Rob Tebbutt here for Boxing News, joined by the British and now Commonwealth super lightweight champion Dalton Smith. We're here in Sheffield. Dalton, first and foremost, congratulations.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Very big smile on your face there. Just talk to us a little bit about your performance tonight.
Yeah, it was good. After a couple of rounds, once I loosened up a little bit, I think it was after I got cut. I just thought, right, it's time to get to business now. I never felt like I was in trouble in there. Obviously, I landed some clean shots, but never fazed me. Sorry about this. And yeah, once after them couple of rounds, once I found my range, I knew it was a matter of time before I landed.
You mentioned those clean shots. A lot of the talk coming in was about Sam's punching power. How did you feel it? Obviously, nothing that you couldn't handle because you won the fight, but how was it?
Do you know what? It's about every fight I have. It's about finding something out about yourself. And of course, it was like, oh, but how's Dalton gonna be with someone who carries power? And yeah, he landed some clean shots, but it never seemed to faze me. But I knew I couldn't switch off because he's very heavy-handed, and I knew he had to be switched on. So nothing really fazed me in there. But of course, it's the shots you don't see what caused damage. I just had to make sure I was switched on.
We spoke a few weeks ago about the fact that your last couple of performances, you've not had that highlight reel knockout. I think it's fair to say you got it tonight. How much happier are you with tonight than you were with your last couple of performances?
Yeah, it was a bit frustrating my last couple of performances. One, I was very ill in, but I don't want to be making excuses. And, one, I just felt flat just for the facts and I didn't really get up for the fight. And I even felt that in camp, but it's a lesson learned. You can't be lackadaisy in anything. And like I said, before that fight, we knew the Maxwell fight was there, so I was overlooking that fight a little bit. And it was hard not to, so, I knew this Maxwell fight was going to get me up, excite me, because like you said, people was saying, oh, but Sam's a big puncher, he carries power till the end. But of course, people forget I'm a big puncher, and people forgot that from my last performances, so I just had to remind people.
Nowadays, it seems like prospects, it's a race to a world title. Who can do it quickest? You've got the British title there that you now got for keeps. You've won that outright, something that you've spoken about since the very start of your professional career. How much does that mean to not only you, but your family as well? Yeah,
it was massive, and people overlook the British title. And especially, I'm in one of the hardest divisions, 140. Like, you look at it domestically. So I just wanted to get that for keeps. And obviously Sam Maxwell was a great name. We could have done that for a European. But, the British title, it's always prestige. And it was just nice to get.
Now, you had a couple of good knockouts in your career. The one that I always look back at is the Nathan Bennett knockout. Where does this compare to that one?
To be honest, I've not looked at it properly yet.
Do you want to look at it now?
Let's have a look.
Okay, come on then, we'll get it now. Shout out DAZN, because DAZN are going to give me permission to show this on Boxing News as well. So, pick them up. Just going to grab it here. It was a good one. So I'm sorry, I'm vamping now because the signal's not great.
Landed in a pretty similar place to...
The Nathan Bennett one's at the side of the head. Well, thanks to Elon Musk and his rate limit thing that he's got going on, I can't find it. I don't know if Sean O'Toole, lawyer extraordinary, there we go, there's the right hand.
Yeah, it was pretty flush, weren't it? Oh, bang on the button. Bang on the button.
Like that one?
I like that one. Do you know what? I needed that one. I needed it. I've not had one of them for, the last two fights, so it was good.
Now, obviously, looking at your otherwise beautiful face, you do have two very large cuts that have some stitches there. What's the prognosis? How long is that likely to keep you out for, do you reckon?
Bit frustrating, and obviously I was being cut my last two fights, and because I've been active, I'm not giving them time to fully heal, because obviously straight back into camp. So I always knew if we had a clash of heads, more than likely it was going to open. So as soon as it opened, I was a bit frustrating, but it's boxing. Like, we're going to get it. Do you know what? It's not even. I've never been cut with a punch. I don't think it's head clashes. But it's nobody's fault. It happens. Just as long as I keep my pretty looks, I'm all right. So, but I've just got to give him time to heal. It's scar tissue and it's going to open. Just for the fact I've been active, but getting a British title in under a year, it's good going, especially with the new rules, 4 fights in it, 3 defences. I've got to get the skin time to heal. but it's not a problem. Do you know, it's each little thing like this, it's learning things. And I've never been cut where I couldn't see, and you know that as soon as that cut opened up, you know, it was going in the eye and I couldn't see. So in my head I was just like, these lessons what are going to test me, and I honestly couldn't see through my right eye. So I just were like wiping it, stay composed, and bosh, the shot come.
Last quick couple from me. I do appreciate your time. When you are back in the ring and you're all healed up, now you've won the British outright, European title next?
Yep, I'd love that European title next. Keep knocking them off. European, you know, go international, world title eliminators. And of course, I eventually want to get the big one. But, you know, let's get these traditional belts. You know, growing up watching the traditional fighters, wanting them belts, and you know, I'm slowly ticking them off. So eventually we'll get there.
Second time you've headlined for a British title in your beloved home city of Sheffield in the last 12 months. How much does it mean to bring boxing here to Sheffield and to have that hometown support?
Massive, you know, without them coming out to support me, none of this would be possible. You know, I'd be boxing in, you know, middle of a field. So, you know, big shout out to them showing the love coming out. And, you know, there's bigger and better nights to come. And they've just got to keep showing up, and so have I. You know, they're playing their part in my career. And I want to say a big shout out to them and big love.
Final one from me. He's not here, I don't think, so we can talk about him without him eavesdropping. But your dad, Grant, of course, your trainer as well. You know, I saw you exchanging a nice moment there, and obviously in the post-fight interview as well, he said about how much, he's here now, so we're going to have to stop talking about him. But how much does it mean, as I mentioned, not only to you, but to your family, and how pleased are you to deliver that British title outright to your dad and, of course, your granddad?
Of course, it means a lot to me, and there's a lot of emotions involved in boxing. And it's just good to see that we keep it together. You know, even when the pressure's on, when I'm in my hometown, the home crowd, you know, me and my dad were a team. You know, we go in there, and I know nobody wants me to win more than he wants me to win, and vice versa. And of course, like, you look at the relationship, we don't care about money. We want to achieve, like, I mean, we don't, of course we care about money, but money's not a problem between us. Like, we're here to have the best career, earn as well, we do need the money. We do need the money, that's a lie. We do need the money, but all it is loyalty. And I said that we've shown, like, of course we want big money, we want as much money as possible, but the main thing I've got is loyalty. The team I've got around me, you know, Reese, my strength conditioner, you know, my nutritionist, Scott Robinson, Sean, STN. Like, everyone around me, I've got loyalty. And I'll make that continue.
What's the plan now?
We're going to have a beer. We're going to have a beer to take pain off of these cuts. Oh, in fact, I'm going to have a piss test first. Yeah.
Well deserved. The drink, not the piss test. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing News, Dalton, and congratulations once again winning the British title outright. Tremendous achievement. Well done.
Yeah, the new shiny belt is staying in the family now, so it's good.
Congratulations.